This is Storm Drain, a short film directed by Chloe Okuno. It's one of the 5 segments in the 2021 anthology horror film VHS 94. Now, the VHS films have always been rather hit or miss for me, but there always seems to be one fantastic short out of the bunch. For example, the first movie had a really great segment called Amateur Night. It takes the found footage format in a really unique and creative direction, not to mention the ending is genuinely terrifying. Staying on topic, Storm Drain follows an Ohio field reporter named Holly Marciano and her cameraman Jeff as they investigate claims of a supposed Ratman that lives in the sewers. Locals have claimed that they've seen the creature in the area. While most are frightened of the creature, a local pastor welcomes it as a means to rid the town of sinners.
It's time for sinners and elitists to get what's coming to them.
One thing to note here, too, is that the amateur drawing of the Ratman is an homage to the amateur drawing of a leprechaun sighting from 2007 in Alabama. While appearing to be rather comedic in tone, things start to go south really quick. Holly is told by her higher-ups at the news station that they want her to go into the sewers and report from inside. Reluctantly, Holly and Jeff go into the sewers. While recording an outro, Jeff finds what appears to be a makeshift bed and the belongings of a homeless man living there.
It's a mystery.
What the hell is that?
Are you even... What are you doing?
No, there's someone there. Seriously.
Oh my god.
Intrigued by this, the two continue to make their way through the sewer system. They end up finding a homeless man named Bill who is covered in a strange black goo. While muttering under his breath, he mentions Ratman, or rather, Raatma. Holly believes that Bill is the Ratman himself. Now, I found this moment to be a tribute to the Catman of Greenock. For those unaware, the Catman of Greenock is a Scottish urban legend that started around the 1970s. The Catman, who consumes rats with his bare hands, has skin as dark as coal, and is typically seen at night, hiding in bushes and beneath automobiles. According to the lore, he was a Russian seaman who, in the 1970s, left his ship docked in the harbor after battling with other crewmates and suffering from poor mental health. The then stranded sailor started begging on the streets and was then attacked by neighborhood kids, who fractured his legs and jaw, rendering him unable to walk and unable to speak. Based on pictures online, I can say that without a doubt, the Catman served as at least some of the inspiration for the character of Bill. Getting back to the short film, as Holly tries to continue the interview, Bill then proceeds to do whatever the hell this is.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to leave you my business card right here. I'd love to follow up.
After getting reasonably frightened by this encounter, Jeff and Holly get lost in the confusing, almost labyrinth-like sewer system. They find themselves in a strange room with a bunch of people from the town, including the pastor from before. The reporters discover that the Ratman is in fact real and is being worshipped by its followers, who call it Raatma. Believe me when I say that the reveal of Raatma is one of the many highlights of the film.
Turn that light off. You're scary. Come on. Come on. That's it. Come on.
The Raatma character is entirely practical, no CGI or VFX involved. I think that really benefits the film as it looks so real, and the found footage aesthetic really helps, as well as the monster being concealed in darkness for the majority of the film. I love how it looks like a weird cross between a hairless rat and a xenomorph. It's revealed that Raatma's vomit is acidic. Those that are not worthy are killed, but those that are worthy are baptized as a follower of Raatma. Unfortunately, Jeff is not worthy, and he is melted down by the creature's puke in a graphic and horrifying scene that I really can't show here, otherwise it'll get age restricted. Holly, on the other hand, is deemed to be worthy and is baptized in a somehow even more terrifying scene. Anna Hopkins does a phenomenal job as Holly in this short. Her performance really carries the entire film. Her screams during the baptism scene are absolutely gut-wrenching to listen to.
Technology, the Veggie Mash smasher turns your ordinary drab vegetables into a tasty...
And no, I didn't edit that. To make Holly's fate even more ambiguous, the scene is abruptly cut off, and an infomercial for a veggie smasher begins playing. As comedic as this scene is, I think it works as a palate cleanser for what's about to happen next. In a weird way, it sets up this feeling of dread as uncertainty looms. The infomercial ends and we're shown a newsroom where it's reported that Holly was rescued by firemen. However, Jeff's body was never found. Things appear to be all well and good as Holly reads the news for an upcoming event.
It's the first day of fall, and there's no better way to kick off the season than with Westerville's 94th annual Pumpkin Festival. People are already lining up to Raatma the hay rides, Apple Raatma, and of course, to see who will be crowned the festival's largest Raatma.
As her co-anchor is confused, he interrupts Holly, and in response, Holly blasts him with projectile vomit that melts his face off.
And in sports news, Ohio State plays the Indiana Hoosiers tomorrow night. Good luck to our Buckeyes. I'm Holly Marciano, Channel 6 News. Hail Raatma.
This is one of the best short horror films I think I've ever seen. Chloe Okuno's direction here is excellent. The atmosphere established is so bone-chilling. I just love every second of it. Not to mention, the found footage aspect is used wonderfully. A common gripe with found footage films is the immersion-breaking question of why are they still recording? It makes sense here, as these are professional field reporters. They're supposed to be filming everything. As a result, it feels so natural and authentic. It's debatable as to whether or not this short film truly qualifies as the most disturbing short film ever made. However, it is indisputable that this is the proper way to create horror. Unfathomable, grim, terrifying evils that are beyond my or frankly anyone's comprehension.